So here's an oldie but a goodie. Let's say you're flying along and you completely lose Garmin 1.
Yeah, most people will switch the GPS over to number 2, but they'll forget that COM 1 has gone away, and they're not going to know what their current frequency is unless they've been writing it down.
Yeah, you need to be able to quickly call up your present position so that way you can reestablish communication with ATC. Then I want you to go to guard and make a radio call that sounds like this.
SoCal approach, Cirrus 178 Alpha Sierra on guard.
Cirrus 178 Alpha Sierra, go ahead.
Cirrus 178 Alpha Sierra, I've had a Radio 1 failure, and my present position is the Van Nuys 095 radial at 12.6 DME. Can you give me the current sector frequency that I'm in right now, please?
Cirrus 178 Alpha Sierra, contact approach on 135.05.
135.05 for Cirrus 8 Alpha Sierra. Thanks very much.
So let's show you how to call up your present position quickly. One of the nice things about the Garmin 400 is it has a dedicated position page. If we look here at the nav chapter, you can see we've got 7 pages populated. And one of the confusing things I always found is that the nav chapter's pages can actually expand or contract depending on the equipment you have. But the nice thing is we can always find the position in the same place. So we're going to take the changer knob and go all the way to the right and 2 back. This will land us on the position page, which we always find 3 pages from the end. If we take a look here at the bottom, you can see that we have these data fields, airport, from, and there's distance. But the nice thing is when we're giving our present position to ATC, they kind of like it in the format of, hey, what VOR and radial are you on? So we can change these fields. To do that, we'll press the menu button, change fields, press enter. You can see the cursor's on track right now. We'll use the mover knob to scroll over to the airport field. Now I'll use the changer knob and scroll on down to VOR. Press enter. And you can see the next field is from. Sometimes we'll see people have set that to 2 for the airport. Just make sure you have it set to from, so when we call ATC, we can say we're on the Van Nuys 095 radial at 12.6 DME. For you Garmin 500 users, we have what's called the data field. And here we can change the field and the data and what it's set to. To do this, we're simply going to go over to the aux chapter, aux page 3. We're going to turn the cursor on, scroll on down to data field configuration. Press enter. You can see it's set to distance, so all we have to do is highlight config data fields and press enter. And then simply scroll up, and we're going to choose VOR localizer data. And now you can see the data field is populated with the VOR, radial, and distance. But the last thing we need to do to make this work for our present position is we need to tune the nearest VOR. So in order to do that, we just simply go to the nearest chapter, page 4, and from here, which is our nearest VOR page, we're going to turn the cursor on, highlight the frequency, we'll press enter, which will place it in the standby position of the VLOC, and I'm simply going to flip-flop it up into the primary position. And now you can see my present position is the Van Nuys 095 radial at 12.6 DME.